This question states, complete the table. We have fractions, decimal, and percent, and we're going to convert this fraction of 1 over 5 and this fraction of 1 over 10 into a decimal and into a percent. So let's start with 1 over 5. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to make this fraction into a decimal. How do I do that? Is I'm going to divide 5 into 1. So over here, we have 5 dividing into 1. But the problem is that 5 can't go into 1. But 5 can go into 1.0, which in this case, we're going to treat it as a 10. So 5 can't go into 1, but 5 can go into 10. How many times? 2 times. So 2 times 5 is going to give me 10, and then 10 subtracted by 10 is going to give me 0. So what this tells me is that 5 can go into 1.2 times, and that is the decimal form of 1 over 5. So we change 1 over 5 into a decimal, which is going to be 0.2. Let's change it now into a percent. So right here, I wrote x over 100 is equal to 0.2. The reason why I wrote this out is because x is going to symbolize what the percentage is going to be. So we know that 1 over 5 is equal to 0.2%, and 0.2% is going to be equal to whatever the percentage is over 100. So we're going to solve for x to find out what the percentage is going to be, because that is what x represents. So I'm going to get rid of this 100 by multiplying both sides by 100 so that x is by itself. So I multiply both sides by 100. This 100 is going to cancel out this 100, leaving me with just x on this side. 100 times 0.2 is going to be this. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. And 2 times 1 is 2. And we have one number behind the decimal point, so I'm going to put one number behind the decimal point. So in this case, 100 times 0.2 is going to give me 20. So we found out that x equals 20. And in this case, we just found out what the percentage is. So the percentage of 1 over 5 is 20%. So 1 over 5 is equal to 0.2, which is equal to 20%. Let's move on to 1 over 10. So before I start this problem, 1 over 10, I'm going to convert it first into an improper fraction. So I'm going to multiply the whole number by the denominator and then add the numerator. So this is going to be 1 times 10 plus 1, which is going to give us 11 over 10. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to divide the denominator into the numerator. So we have 10 dividing into 11. 1 times 10 is going to give me 10. 1 times 10 is going to give me 10. 11 minus 10 is going to give me 1. 10 cannot go into 1, so we're going to have to borrow a 0 beyond the decimal point. So I'm going to drop down this 0 here to make it so that we have no remainders. So 1 times 10 is going to give me 10. 10 minus 10 is going to give me 0. So 10 can go into 11 1.1 times. So now that we know that 1 over 10 is equal to 1.1, I'm going to change 1.1 into a percentage using this equation, which is x over 100 is equal to 1.1. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 100. So 100 is going to cancel out this 100, leaving me with just x on this side. And 100 times 1.1 is going to give me 110. So using this equation, we found out that x is equal to 110, and what x represents is the percentage. So 1 and 1 over 10 is equal to 1.1, which is also equal to 110%. So in conclusion, 1 over 5 is equal to 0.2, which is equal to 20%, and 1 over 10 is equal to 1.1, which is equal to 110%. And there we have completed the table.